Yeah, yeah. This one. A message to Taharka Bey. More to come, right? So what I'm gonna do on this one, let me just break down a few things. Of course, it's Jay Dizzle, Nettercat, and I'm just gonna run down some freestyle off the top of the dome, and also let people know. Of course, I'm gonna be doing a live stream. I don't know when it's gonna be. Sometime tomorrow, maybe Sunday. And like I said, the information just keeps coming out about this cat. So I told you one thing, Tark. Since you were threatening me, saying that you're coming to Texas and you better hope I don't meet you and you're hunting rabbits and all that, and I'm letting you know I'm in Texas. I'm in the Lone Star State. I'm in the Lone Star State. Come and see me if you will. But like I said, since you want to continue to drop salt and disrespect our ancestors and those who really put in work, we're gonna let the whole world know who you really are. But not just who you are. See, we got some information. Not just on another one of your cases. We got some information on some of your friends. Some of your friends who actually was criming with you. I'm talking about the one who was convicted and did time for gang raping a 15-year-old. Oh yeah, we got that. We got that. We got some information, Peace to Mars. We got some information about one of your biggest supporters on the channel. The one who self-admitted that he caught a case for soliciting to a minor, but that ain't all he caught. He also has a case. He's also a convicted rapist. It's just interesting that as much as you could talk shit about people who put their life on the line for our people, you run with rapists. You run with real live convicted rapists. This is no allegations. See, when you talk all that, you're gonna sue. Nigga, you're not suing shit. Cause I'm gonna drop the receipts. In the last film I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the receipts. So you go in on our people who are doing real shit. Why the only thing you do is scam people, lie to people, beat women, beat children, rob people. Yes, you are a registered sex offender as of 2016. You were on the registered sex offense list. That's you. So I know you said I'm broke and all that, and you're suing this and that, but you're not gonna get much because you're broke. Let's just let's do it like this. First of all, broke nigga, I'm a fucking boss, and I don't even do this, but I'm gonna let you know I'm a fucking boss. I run over 200 people under me. I'm a boss. The menial labor that you do, I'm the one that tells a nigga that tells you to do that type of shit. But the people under me make more than you. I'm a boss, nigga. My salary, and I got receipts, my salary per year is worth more than the home that you live in. And we could pull the receipts on that. And this is no disrespect. I'm not trying to flex like that. I'm not one of them dudes, man. If anybody who knows me knows I'm not that dude, but I'm also not the one for capping. So if I'm saying it, it is 100% legit. My salary is worth more than your mother's home that you live in, that she lets you live in there for a discount because you get a check from the state for your SSI. So how dare you, my nigga? I teach people how to make money with crypto. I got more in crypto. My crypto residual is worth more money than you make per month. Guaranteed. I drive European whip, nigga. That ain't all I drive. I drive European. Leathered out. Black on black. My nigga. The fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Broke though, huh? Listen, you can never be me. You have no skills. You have no education. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing of value. You do all of that capping on YouTube for what, a projected $245 a month in YouTube residual? Nigga, you should be embarrassed as a 50-year-old living like that. You're selling your soul for that? See, the reason I'm going to keep on going in on you and slowly time releasing this medicine that's going to inoculate, what's the word? Inoculate the people from your fuckery is because I want to make sure that you are that Moor that people remember. I want to make sure that when people pull your name up from here on out, they're not just going to see the dumb shit you say, all that cap. They're also going to see the real receipts about you being a fucking sex offender. About your alikes, like Adrian, gang raping 15-year-olds. Because these are the people you hang out with as you disrespect those who actually are putting in work. So as you actually do the work of white supremacy and the KKK by adding cover for them while disrespecting those of us that actually put it on the line, your road dogs and crimies are motherfucking gang rapists of 15-year-olds. Charles, one of your biggest supporters, is a rapist of a minor and a rapist of a woman. That's who you fuck with. These are you. So it's no coincidence that most of your crimes are against women and children and that you're on the sex offense registry. That's not a fucking coincidence. We're going to go by association. That's you. That's birds of a feather. It's no coincidence that you raised money saying that you're going to go to Brother Polite's court dates to expose him. But once you raised the money, you made an excuse not to go there. You didn't go and cover that shit because he probably has some of the same dirt that I have on you, and he probably, threatened you that he would bring it to light. Pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna bring it to light. I don't know if I'm gonna do it solo, if I'm gonna do it Saturday or Sunday, but I'm gonna show the receipts about your co-defendant being a gang rapist. This is who you choose to affiliate with to this day. Still friends with a motherfucker who gang raped a 15-year-old, and you have the audacity to speak anything about morality. You have the audacity to point the finger at other people out there who are putting their life on the line, like AJ, my brother AJ. But you hang out with gang rapists and are supported by, and the only Black Panther formation, we're not even gonna call them a Black Panther formation, but the only organization that you had on your show that you didn't disrespect is headed by a fucking convicted rapist. How sway? How fucking sway? Nigga, you can never be me. You said you want to come and see me. When we know that's cap. Because all you have to do is ever enter the Lone Star State, my nigga. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is say, hey, I'm going to be in Texas. And I will make a way to see you if that's what you want. Seeing that you're trolling my pictures on Facebook, duplicating the picture, and then putting subliminal threats under that shit, you can see me. I will see you. I know you're a wild motherfucker. I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a tough guy. What I'm saying is, as a man, you're not going to make threats to me if you're not serious about it. And don't think that I won't. Because I got the money to get out of jail, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But this ain't one of those. I'm just not about threatening you. I'm just letting you know. Just be careful when you start trying to think you're going to serve smoke. But back to the broke part, right? Because I'm broke. Nigga, I will pull up the records of how much that fucking crusty ass abando that you live in is worth. And I compare that to my salary. I'll compare that to my salary. And my salary will fucking trump the value of your mama's house that you live in. 50-year-old man. And I get it, whatever people go through, whatever. But how are you gonna act like you have anything to teach? You're a fucking idiot. That case that you caught robbing women at the pizza shop for $3,000 that you had to split with 4 other people. Do the math on that. For how much time you got for that? You made less than $1 a day if you really break it down, but you didn't even get to keep the money. So how the fuck are you teaching anybody anything? How are you teaching economics like you said you're going to teach? How are you teaching how are you going to bring the crime rate down in Baltimore, nigga? When you're out there as a crash dummy. See, even when I was in the streets, I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, I was in the streets. I didn't even have to be because both my parents had money. It was just me being a dumbass. But when I was in the streets, my father taught me something. You know what he told me? He said, don't be in the streets half-assed. If that's what you're going to do, then do it all the fucking way. And I took that advice, and that's exactly what I did. And I was a boss then like I'm a boss now. And there ain't no way that I would have seen the value in knocking off fucking pizza shops, nigga. You might as well just went to school and got a fucking job. How can you be a lifelong criminal because you've been doing it since 91 to 2016 at least? How can you be a fucking criminal and still be broke? That don't even make sense. You don't even have enough logic in your fucking head to come up with a plan to at least you should be living in luxury. That's at least what my father taught me. I should be driving European whips, and I've been driving European whips since I was 17, 18 years old. Ain't no way I'm taking risks going to prison and still have to struggle every day, my nigga. You got the game twisted. You because of your arrested development mentally with your autism, you think like a fucking child. You brag about being in dangerous neighborhoods, nigga. You're 50 years old. You're supposed to be taking your family out of those type of neighborhoods by now. You're not supposed to be bragging about, oh, I'm this most dangerous neighborhood and one of the most dangerous in America. Why is that a fucking thing to brag about? Why? Because you're that pressed to show people what a man you are, that you could be in a raggedy ass fucking a bando somewhere in a neighborhood that probably catch bodies every day. Nigga, that's not what you brag about. You brag about getting your family out of that shit. And then you teach others how to do that. See, with my crypto channel, I've taught motherfuckers how to really get generational wealth that they can literally hand down to their family. My daughters have more money in crypto than you probably have, that they don't even know what the fuck to do with it because they're too young right now. That's how you set up real shit. You ain't on that. But we're gonna expose it. Just quit going in on these black organizations, because you don't go in on the police that kill us. You don't go in on the miseducation of the school system. You don't go in on these white supremacists. You don't go in on this legal system. You don't go in on the nutritional desert that we have in these black communities. You don't add any value to our people. All you do is you try to subtract value from those who are really doing real shit in the streets. See, everybody you go against, you want to make fun of Malik Zulu Shabazz, but he has a 30-year track record of putting in work for our people with the likes of Minister Louis Farrakhan and Khalid Abdul Muhammad. So when you and your homies was gang raping 15-year-olds, when you was catching cases that put you on the sex offense registry, when you were robbing pizza shops for 3 racks that you had to split with 4 people that you didn't even get to keep, that you had to give up your codees for, when you were doing that shit, they were in the streets doing productive things for our community. While you were beating on your women and your children, they were doing productive things in the community. While you were stealing copper to support your drug habit, they was doing things in the community. Like, if you had any kind of respect, and this ain't my dude, this is your dude. If you had any kind of respect for Noble Drew Ali, you would take his picture down and you wouldn't associate your goofy shit with him. That just shows you don't have respect for him. That's your cover, so that you can act like you have some type of moralities, but you don't. And everybody knows that. You bank off the fact that, yeah, you have a pretty big platform, bigger than mine. But if I really wanted to put some money behind this shit, if I really wanted to go hard on this shit, I would reduplicate my last YouTube channel, which didn't have as many subscribers, but it was up there as yours, but it was up there. If I wanted to put some money behind it, trust me. But like I said, I'm not going to even make this channel all about you. But I am going to make sure that when this is documented, and when those who have a more objective mind in the future pull your name up, they're going to see the real you. Not the you that you try to act like. They're going to see the real you. They're going to see the why by registered sex offender. They're going to see the beating your child like he's a runaway slave. They're going to see that. They're going to see you beating on your exes. They're going to see that. They're going to see the dumbass shit that you got convicted for. And then they're going to have to compare that to you putting it on the record how much you have hatred for our people. So much that when you seen, in fact, pull up against the KKK, That made you mad. There is no black person in their right mind, no melanated person in their right mind could ever be upset about black men and women standing up against the KKK. At a time when the protest was so real in 2020 for that George Floyd, it was so real, the whole world was backing us. People that have never backed us before like that. White folks was backing us. Hispanic folks was backing us. Asian folks was backing us. Our African brothers in the continent was backing us. Europeans in Europe was backing us. And you chose that as a time to show who you really are, and you went against those actually had the balls to stand up against the KKK right after they threatened to kill our people. You were so upset, you basically by default was backing the KKK. Because at this point in time, we don't even get smoke for our black organizations from our enemies. That shows that you're the enemy. You don't even see CNN and MSNBC and Fox News. You don't even see like white supremacists making videos. Not that I would really know, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, but I don't see that. I don't see white people going against the Black Panthers, Huey P. Newton Gun Club, or any of these other black organizations. I don't even see them doing that. But you will do that. And you do that for what? Is it because that's how you have to stay out of jail because you're an agent? Is it because that's what $200 of YouTube checks is worth to you? Is that why you're doing it? For your little donations from Cryptonomics? Nigga, you affiliate yourself with rapists. Real shit. I'm going to show those receipts. Your closest affiliates are fucking rapists. I want people to think about that. See, people thought I was capping. I get it. I get why some people, when we first brought out that information about you being on the sex offense registry, I get why everybody wasn't really trying to fuck with it, because it'd be liable. And a lot of times people just say shit just to fucking put a smudge on people's names that they don't like. But the real life truth is, those are real records. You really were on the sex offense registry as of 2016. Everything that was brought out was all factual and all receipts, all invoices for all of that shit. And anything I say, I could provide an invoice. I could provide an invoice for the value of your fucking crusty ass bando and compare that to my career. I could show these receipts, and it's not about me trying to pump myself up to look good, like, oh yeah, I'm balling. I'm not even. It's not that. It's just to show how these fake fuckboys move, like you. Because you'll throw certain shit out there. Oh yeah, this nigga's broke. I can't. Nigga, your home you don't own, that your mother owns, isn't worth as much as I make per year. Not even counting the over $20,000 worth of incentives and bonuses. I'm just saying, I'm a real life boss, and I have businesses, and I have investments, and everybody who I fuck with get it in. That's just a fact. We are not the same. Now, if I wanted to put all my time into YouTube, I could build that shit up just like I built up Black Guy Stand Radio. I have a whole plethora of media outlets that fuck with me. I got people in the streets that really fuck with me, where I can go to almost any major city in this country and I'm good. You can't do that. I can go to almost any. I can't even think of a major city I can't go to, including yours, that I don't got people who got me. That's just a fact. That is a verifiable fact. I can go all over Texas, all over the South, all over the East Coast, all over the West Coast, and people got me because real recognize real. Can't do that. You can't even go in Moorish temples all across America because they won't let you in, and because enough people want to see you. See, as you make fun of all these different organizations, you claim MSTA, but you can't go to no MSTA temples, nigga. The only ones you can go to is the ones where there's a bunch of old folks that don't know shit about the internet, and then you want to act like you're doing contributions. You're going against people who will actually jump out of planes in hopes to rescue people, who will actually protect those who have been threatened by white supremacists, who will actually pull up against the police for killing ours. You're going against them, but your contribution as of late is handing out roses to women on Mother's Day. That's your contribution, nigga? Cut it out. Yeah, we airing this shit out. Yeah, we going there. We are going there. I'm gonna show the receipts of your homies who are gang rapists, convicted. So there ain't no libel, ain't no suit can come out of it. I got the receipts. They really did that shit. Which is no coincidence that you have a sex offense on your record. It's no coincidence that one of your biggest supporters also is a convicted rapist. These things are just not coinky dinks. It's not a coincidence that you run with these type of dudes and that you have a record with violating women and children as well. Not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that with all of that, you still have the audacity to disrespect. Listen, it don't matter if people agree. See, being on code means that we don't just air ourselves out for simple disagreements. We air out those who really need to be aired out like you. See, some of the people that maybe you've exposed, perhaps they deserve it, maybe. There are people who run scams and all that shit, but you run scams, my nigga. You raise money for shit that you never did nothing with. And then you disrespected the ones who donated to you. And then you belittled those who wanted the money back because they seen that you wasn't doing nothing with the money. But then you have the nerves to call out Dr. Umar? Say what you want about Dr. Umar. I met him. He's a good dude. I think at this point, he's a little off. Okay? Whatever. I'm not going to disrespect him like that, though. Because at the end of the day, he is a scholar. At the end of the day, he has produced material that has actually helped our people. He's a published author. He has gave information that really has helped people. So I have to weigh that. See, it's one thing when somebody has criticism, but they're also a part of the solution. There's a lot of people who I know who I don't agree with everything they say, and they might go off on some shit, and I'm like, yo, I don't like that at all. I don't agree with that at all. There's that. But if they're actually involved in the movement, I'll give them whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're an NFL player and you're calling out another NFL player, well, at least you know what it's like to actually play the game. So even if I think you're wrong, I have to respect it. But it's another thing when an outsider who with no credentials, with no resume of doing anything productive for the community, has the audacity to start criticizing and belittling those who have done more than them. And that's you. You haven't done shit for the community. The only thing you have done is abused women, children, robbed women, destroyed the community, but did nothing for that balance. You didn't give anything back to the community but a YouTube fucking channel, which is all cap. Hand out some roses on Mother's Day to make it seem like you're really out there in the streets doing some real work. Fuck out of here, nigga. Capping like you have some land in Texas. We know that wasn't your land. That wasn't your land. You went out there for a photo op. And now you want to be Sonetta. Now you want to have these goofy ass debates. Trying to mimic Sonetta. But at the same time, none of the stuff you said you was going to do, you did. You said you was going to prove that we were lying about this offense shit. You went and got the record and you ain't spoke on it since. Because you know that it ain't a lie. This is why you're not suing anybody. You can't sue people for bringing up public record. It's true. It's real. It's verified. It's not my word. It's the court's word. And you signed it showing that you agreed and understood and acknowledged that it was right and exact. So yeah, we gonna stay on your helmet, man. And shout out to everybody that's watching. I think I seen Ricky Kelly on here. Shout out to Ricky Kelly. What's up, Blue God? What's up, Truth? What's up, Mars? Yeah, all receipts, man. That's what it is. So yeah, y'all, this weekend, I'm thinking Saturday or Sunday, I might do a solo. I might bring some people on with me. I'm going to show the receipts of who this nigga hangs out with and is cool with to this day. Convicted rapist, no cap. Convicted rapist of minors, no cap. This is the nigga that's out there saying that InFact is a bunch of agents. This is the nigga that's out there that's calling Malik Zulu Shabazz not real. This is the nigga that's saying that he can't trust this and that one, and he wants to call out people for petty shit, but when you look at his record, it's so fucking egregious. It's so egregious, nigga. People want to see you in the streets. Because you're thinking it's just a game. And you're doing this for $200 worth of YouTube checks a month. Nigga, you're that desperado. Tune into Quip Talk podcast and learn how to fucking do some investments, nigga. Because you're doing all this. You can't be doing it for no $200 a month. And your $50 crypto $50 donations from Cryptonomics. You can't be doing it for that, my nigga. You can't be that desperate. Then again, you might be, because you don't have skills. You don't have education. You don't have any actual marketable skills. You don't have any career. You don't have any kind of way to make money. You grab a power tool. You grab a power drill and pose a picture like you're doing some work. Nigga, cut it out. Stop it. You're too old for that shit. You're a handyman at best. I mean, a single mother can grab a power drill and hang up some fucking shit on the wall. Cut it out. You're a bum. You live in your mama's house, nigga. At 50. People pull up to your house and you stay in the house like a little bitch. Your woman don't respect you. You were second choice. Let's just keep it a buck. I'm not gonna sit up here and dog your women, nothing like that. Your woman, nothing like that. But let's keep it a buck. She's still in love with her deceased ex, who actually had something going for himself. She had to settle for your punk ass, nigga. Let's keep that a buck. That's why you're so obsessed with Nepal. Because she's a beautiful woman. That's why you're obsessed with her. Because you know that you're just second choice to your woman. And then you cap so much. You want to dirty bum, exactly what he is. A dirty bum. Then you want to cap like you're really doing something because you take photo ops with your family. But really, in reality, all you're really doing is using your family as part of your fucking shenanigans. That's how low you are. You don't mind using your mother, your children, your woman as photo ops to try to make it seem like you're doing some real shit, like you're really thorough, verified out there. That's how low you are. But you can't take photo ops with other organizations. The dozens and dozens of organizations in Baltimore that are really doing things, you don't show that you have the capacity to work with them because they're not fucking with you. There ain't nobody fucking with you. And I'm gonna keep pulling them receipts. I got people out there because you have done so much damage in the community out of their way to pull receipts on you. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how much receipts I got on you and some of your people. It's ridiculous. It's public record. You don't take nothing but a couple dollars and some click clap, and then we can see about the rapists who support you and the rapists who you support. But you have the audacity to go against people who are actually out there doing things because you have disagreements or because you're afraid to see our people standing up against white supremacy because you obviously took the position of our enemies, and that's a fact. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I didn't want to make this too long, but yeah, we're gonna do this. Make sure you like this. You guys subscribe if you haven't already. Give him the business on this shit. Like I said, Taharka, quit making these videos disrespecting our culture, or you're gonna just continue to be exposed. I'm gonna make sure, we are gonna make sure that for here on out and forevermore, pun intended, that when your name rings on social media, especially on this YouTube, it's also going to register with who you really are, with your record, with your affiliations, your associations. We're going to make sure all of that is all in the gumbo pot. And you will be the more that niggas remember, for certain. But not the way you want to be remembered. You're going to be remembered the same way David Rustin is remembered. You're going to be remembered the same way Agent 800, who set up Fred Hampton in Chicago, was remembered. We're not going to let you sit there and try to act like you have some type of contributions you've been giving to our community. We're going to make sure. We know some of the people who rock with you just rock with you. They're not going to change their mind. The people who don't rock with you, they don't rock with you. And that number is growing. But we're going to make sure 10 years from now, when people see Taharka Bey, they're going to see sex offender, woman beater, at some point, rapist, I'm gonna say it just like that, because you can't be on a sex offense registry if you're not convicted of a sex crime. See, that's why I can say that. You don't just get on the registry for being accused. You have to be convicted. We're going to make sure everything is out there. Because now we have the tools that we didn't have back in the 60s. See, now we can expose bitches like you and make sure that that goes on the record in real time. We couldn't do that back then. And we're going to protect our culture, because for some of us, this is real life. I didn't bury the people in this movement. People who I know personally, people who are associates and affiliates in the same formation, even if they were 1,000 miles away, that I knew and had respect for, that didn't make it even to the age that I'm at. So there ain't no way you're just gonna keep disrespecting this shit when people actually die for this shit. We ain't gonna continue to let that happen. So we're gonna keep releasing these documents. Yes, new documents are in, family. We got new documents, not only on Taharka, but on a couple of his buddies. Because you didn't do all this crime and knowing these cats for this long and not know that they were convicted of gang rape at the time that you were hanging out with them. You knew that. That's what that is. Anyway, I'm out, y'all.